Douglas Murray has been vocal about the migrant crisis and its implications for Europe. In the debate you're about to see, Douglas Murray brings to light the sheer scale and complexity of the issue. It's not just about numbers, it's about the societal and cultural impact on European nations. Douglas Murray did not hold back.
We're assessing the right of people to come here. Is it fair to put them through dental checks, medical checks of some description to assess whether they are the right people to come to this country?
Of course it is.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl Miriam. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome to the family, and to my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Thanks for always stopping by to watch my videos. So you guys, today I'm back again with another interesting video of Douglas Murray, which says woke journalist tries to debate Douglas Murray, gets scolded instantly on immigration. So without much further ado, let's check this out, guys.
Douglas Murray has been vocal about the migrant crisis and its implications for Europe. In the debate you're about to see, Douglas Murray brings to light the sheer scale and complexity of the issue. It's not just about numbers, it's about the societal and cultural impact on European nations. Douglas Murray did not hold back.
We're assessing the right of people to come here. Is it fair to put them through dental checks, medical checks of some description to assess whether they are the right people to come to this country?
Of course it is. The strange thing about this debate is, if I may say so, the reason why it goes so wrong and why you can hear very nasty things on all sorts of sides at the moment is because we keep on trying to shut down very general and sometimes very practical suggestions. David Davis is not the Prime Minister, he is a backbench MP, and he suggested on Twitter that maybe people could have dental checks. Now, dental checks are one of the ways on the continent which people use to try to work out the age of people who claim to be refugees and who are migrants, some of them whom are refugees. That is one way of doing it. But there's a very strange reaction we have of trying to shut down and shut up anyone making such a suggestion. Our continent is in a crisis on this question at the moment. And instead of addressing the roots of that crisis, instead of addressing the huge things that are happening, we have these weird debates about what one backbench MP has said about people's teeth. This is not a
I think the point that Samantha's making is, what does it say about us as a country?
Well, it says about us that we need to have a legal manner of allowing people into this country. And it is appropriate that we find some way of testing their age. And if you don't like teeth, you've got to come up with another way.
One of Murray's critical arguments is about how voices proposing practical solutions to immigration issues are being shut down. In today's politically correct climate, it's increasingly difficult to have an open and honest conversation about immigration without being labeled as intolerant or xenophobic. This silencing of dissenting voices prevents the development of effective solutions and leads to policies driven by ideology rather than practicality. According to Eurostat, the EU recorded 2.7 million immigrants from non-EU countries in 2019 alone. This influx puts a considerable strain on resources, infrastructure, and social services. A Pew Research Center survey found that a significant portion of Europeans are concerned about the cultural impact of immigration. In countries like Italy and Greece, more than half of the population sees immigration as a major threat to their cultural identity. Additionally, statistics from various sources, including the German Federal Criminal Police Office, have shown a disproportionate number of crimes committed by migrants. While the majority of immigrants are law-abiding, the failure to address issues of integration and enforcement can lead to increased crime rates and social tension. Supporting opinions from other notable figures further reinforce Murray's stance. Jordan Peterson, a clinical psychologist and professor, has argued that the suppression of free speech and open debate on controversial issues like immigration is dangerous for society. Peterson emphasizes the need for honest discussions to find real solutions. Similarly, Ben Shapiro, a conservative commentator, also supports the view that uncontrolled immigration can lead to societal fragmentation and urges for policies that balance compassion with practicality.
Absolutely, and I think that's the very, very germane point you just made, without paperwork because of circumstances. And may I just say, regrettably, despite what is his rather extensive experience in this area, Douglas has just actually fallen into the trap of oversimplifying this question, oversimplifying the issue. I mean, Douglas, how dare you say that those people who are coming from countries other than Syria are not refugees and do not have a right to be in this country? How dare you say that simply because they may have ended up in one other European country before they found their way to Calais, we do not owe them a duty? That is, I quite frankly, I think that is shameful.
Well, I don't know who appointed you the school mom of this debate, but let me just explain to you what the facts are on this. We do owe an asylum, a legitimate asylum, to people who are genuinely fleeing war and conflict. However, as I say, if the European Commission's own figures of 60%, which they came up with Frontex of last year, of people are not people with any right to be here, we have to address this. And it comes back to it again, you see. Instead of addressing it, we have the how dare yous, the I think this is appalling, this is shameful. Because
we can't actually, don't we?
Because, well, I haven't said that, of course. I find my fellow guests here to simply have different views from me. But this is the problem with this debate. Millions of people have come into Europe, and millions more will be coming, and our continent probably cannot cope with that. Now, I suggest that in order to deal with this very large problem, we have a very wide-ranging discussion. But if we try to school-marm it and shut it down, as you've tried with David Davies, and as you've just tried, not very subtly, with me, we can't get anywhere.
I completely agree with Douglas Murray on this one. Douglas Murray's insights underscore the need for robust and well-thought-out immigration policies that take into account these economic realities. It's essential to balance the moral and humanitarian imperatives of aiding those in need with the practical considerations of economic sustainability and social stability. By advocating for controlled and merit-based immigration policies, Murray aligns with the conservative principle of putting the national interest first while ensuring that immigration serves to strengthen rather than undermine the economic and social fabric of the host country. The debate also highlights the crucial role of government policy in managing the migrant crisis. Strong leadership and clear policies are necessary to address the issue effectively. This includes securing borders, vetting migrants thoroughly, and ensuring that immigration policies serve the nation's best interests. Conservative principles advocate for a government that puts its citizens first, protects its sovereignty, and maintains the rule of law. These are not just abstract ideals, they are practical necessities for a functioning and stable society. In conclusion, Douglas Murray's insights on the migrant crisis are a call to action for policymakers and citizens alike. We must address the challenges of mass immigration with clarity, compassion, and a commitment to preserving the values that define our nations. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive. If you found this insightful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking content.
Wow, you guys, this is such an insightful and interesting debate, if I may say. I totally agree with Douglas in this particular debate, because as a country, you can't, let's say there's a mass immigration into a country and you are not seeing this as a red flag, because as a country, I can't be allowing people into my country without thorough investigation about the individual, without thorough research about the individual. You can't expect a country, to allow such mass immigration into their own country. Of course, if you're coming into my country, for example, and as a country, as a policy maker, there should be a proper rules and regulation that has to be met. There has to be a proper law that has to be met by each individual immigrant that are coming into the country to avoid unnecessary, because if a country cannot place rules and regulations that immigrants that are coming into their countries have to meet, it means they are opening their own doors to dangers. Because if you are going into a particular country as an immigrant without going through some certain requirements, some certain rules and regulations, you just go in easily, it means they are actually opening their own doors to a lot of dangers, a lot of people that have other ulterior motives. It might even be a way to increase rating criminalism in a country without putting proper restrictions on ground. So I think I totally agree with Douglas Murray on this particular one. So, and I would like to know your opinion in the comment section as well about this particular topic. Is Douglas actually right in this debate? I would like to know in the comment section down below. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, do want to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell notification so you'll be among the first to get my videos anytime I upload a new video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.